Yeah, I'm very sorry that I took it, and when I did it out of desperation.
This one starts out as a theft charge, but the reasons behind it take things in a very different direction. So watch how the court works through that and what it leads to. My name is Dan. This is the Courtroom Files.
Have you had an opportunity to read and review the pre-sentence? Have you had an opportunity to discuss that report with your attorney?
Briefly.
Do you need more time to discuss that report with your attorney?
Yeah, if I could speak to him real quick, that'd be cool.
All right, so Mr. Mawad, where are you today, Mr. Mawad?
I am at a wedding in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, I didn't know if it was Rationale or,
For the weekend.
okay.
No,
All right,
sorry.
join the breakout room, please.
Thank you.
Ma'am, what case are you here for?
I'm Cheryl Benham, the settlement conference or settlement. I didn't know if I was supposed to wait here in the hall.
Okay.
I can wait in the hall.
No, it's an open courtroom.
Okay.
What case is it?
It is Jeffrey Elise, Jamie and Jeffrey Elise versus me, case number 257622-CH.
So, that got adjourned.
Okay.
So, Miss Adams, it says, who's your attorney?
My attorney, David Cassie.
Okay, it got adjourned. My book doesn't tell me why. But none of the attorneys are here.
Okay, I was kind of worried because my attorney
Yeah.
wasn't here.
So, and that's file number 25-7622CH. So I do see that it was adjourned. You might want to reach out to your attorney, okay? All right, sorry about that. Thank you. So on the one, we did a competency report. So sometimes due to mental health issues or other reasons, at the time people commit a crime, they may not be competent, whether that's because they're off medication or have some other cognitive issues. So we do an examination and sometimes they are found not to be competent. And then many times they'll plead not guilty by reason of insanity and then they go to a mental health facility for treatment. All right, Mr. Mawad, we are back on the record in file number 25-22322FH. So, Mr. Roy Moore, have you had enough time to speak with your attorney now?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're satisfied with Mr. Mawad as your attorney and the advice that he's given you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Mawad, do you wish to explain or challenge the accuracy or relevancy of any information in the report? I do have your sentence memorandum from March 23rd of 2026. So if you'd like to summarize that, you may.
Yeah, first of all, Ms. Walsh, a very thorough, whoever did the report, or your office again, another thorough report. What I had asked the judge to consider, because it's a straddle cell, try him out to see if he can pay back this restitution. He's got $1,000 today. I would say put a time limit on it. I don't know if that would be 6 months, a year. We just talked about that. And if he doesn't pay for it, there'd be some type of incarceration. Roy and I just talked about it. I'm not sure, Ms. Walsh, what you think about it or the judge thinks about it, but otherwise there's no corrections, additions, or deletions, and the guidelines are correct.
Say it again.
Yeah, sentence. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, my phone blipped out. I don't know why.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was looking at something else. So anything else, Mr. Mawad?
No, that's okay. No, thank you.
Right, and the guidelines were computed to be 7 to 23 months. You don't object to those guidelines?
I do not.
And the pre-sentence report doesn't disclose any prior convictions in which there exists any known constitutional defect?
No, Judge, what's killing him here is his PRVs. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Roy Moore, is there anything you'd like to say on your own behalf?
Yeah, I'm very sorry that I took it. And when I did it out of desperation because I needed a place to live. My home had burnt. I've been really trying my hardest to turn my life around since. I've got a home now. I've got a growing business. I'm trying to live the honest life that I really should be living from the start. And I'm trying my hardest to do it. And I just ask you, Judge, to let me stay on probation and not go to jail right now. And I'd be able to have that restitution. Should be able to pay it off within a year. I have $1,000 I can give you guys right now today. Thank you.
In determining the appropriate sentence in this case, the court has considered the seriousness of the offense, your history, the principle of proportionality, the statutory penalty, the cost of confinement, the sentencing guidelines, the report and recommendation of the probation department, as well as what has been said upon the record at this hearing. The criteria and reasons for the sentence are the nature and gravity of the offense, the discipline appropriate to its commission. I don't know what that means. Oh, now I do. Deterrence against repetition by you and by others, the potential for reformation, vindication for the law, and the protection of society. I will also state that I did receive a victim impact statement. I don't think I've ever seen where somebody stole a camper to replace their home. I had extensive damage. Insurance would only cause the lesser of amount or cover the lesser amount paid in actual value. So they did lose quite a bit. They are asking for prison, fines, costs, and restitution, whether they meant prison or jail. I don't know. What is your business? Tell me about your business.
It's a growing business, towing company. Moore's Towing. You can find it on Google or Yelp. I've been doing it now for about 2 years.
Towing? Towing?
Yes.
You have a tow truck?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. Okay, thank you. All right, there was a COBS agreement, or there was an agreement, it was Killebrew, I believe. It looks like the plea agreement, the Killebrew agreement, dismiss any supplements, required sentencing within the guidelines, restitution is set in the amount of $13,672.28. Positives are you have no juvenile criminal history, you got your GED, you're currently self-employed, hopefully you're making good money. You've been involved in recovery court in Jackson County, completed inpatient. You've been living drug-free since 2017, according to your admissions. Okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place you on probation for a period of 3 years. I'm gonna do 3 years because your restitution is pretty high. I'm gonna order that you spend 7 months in the Lenawee County Jail, but I'm gonna suspend that pending payments and good behavior. Do you understand that, Mr. Moore?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll give you credit for 2 days you've already served. You're not to use any alcohol during your term of probation. You're not to use any illegal controlled substances or have paraphernalia in your possession. You must test as required by the probation department. You must have a mental health and substance abuse assessment. Any mental health medications you're prescribed, you must take as prescribed and remain in compliance with the treatment plan. Restitution is in the amount of $13,672.28. There is a crime victim assessment fee in the amount of $130, $30 supervision fee, 60 if we have to put a tether on you. $750 in court costs and $68 in state costs. Miss Walsh, if you could set up a payment plan, dividing that all up within 30 months. You're gonna have a monthly amount you're gonna need to pay, Mr. Moore, because your restitution is high, okay? So
Yes,
Ms.
ma'am.
Moore will calculate that and give you an amount that must be paid monthly. You're also going to have to agree that any income tax returns would be signed over for purposes of restitution. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You are not allowed to travel out of the state of Michigan unless it's to Lucas County for work purposes. Do you understand that?
If I may, I do, ma'am, but why just Lucas County? What is,
Hold on, Roy. Let her, tell
Where
her
do you
what the,
live, Roy? What city
I
do you
live in
live in?
Jackson. I live in Jackson County.
Yeah, and just in case you have a tow out of Lucas County, you could go get it,
Okay,
because it's right next to us.
yeah, okay.
Unless you
Yeah,
want me to leave it, you can't go into Ohio at all.
I understand, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, but other than that, you can't leave the state of Michigan without permission of Miss Walsh. Now, if you have a job, you're supposed to go pick something up in Indiana, you just gotta call Miss Walsh and ask for permission.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything else, Miss Walsh?
No, he just needs to report to Mr. Stevenson Tuesday before 10 a.m.
So next Tuesday, between 8 and 10, you need to come to the courthouse and meet with Mr. Stevenson. They'll do all your paperwork, you'll sign your probation terms, and since you live in Jackson County, we will transfer your probation to Jackson County. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, now you do have a right to appeal the sentence. Miss Walsh, does Miss Walsh, well, let me ask this. I don't want your full address, but I don't even know if I have an address. Do you have an address, Miss Walsh?
I have a
Just the house number, please.
161.
Is that your house number, Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to mail to your address. You're gonna get an envelope from me. In that envelope will be a self-addressed stamped envelope back to me and 3 copies of your notice of right to appellate review. The first one will be highlighted or flagged where you can initial and date it. You need to fold that back up, put it in the envelope I already provided, put it in your mailbox, drop it in a mailbox, whatever. That's your notice of right to appellate review. If you wish to appeal your sentence, you would fill out the information on the other forms and mail them to the address listed on the form within 42 days. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, anything else, Mr. Mawad?
no, I just want to tell Roy that, and Judge, if I can put this on the record, Roy, you got a pretty good deal, good plea offer and a really good deal. Let's make everybody proud here and pay this restitution off as quick as you can. All right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. Thanks,
All right,
Judge.
thank you. Thank you, Mr. Moore. Have a good time in Florida, Mr. Mawad.
I'll be back to bother you. Don't worry. And Ms. Walsh.
All right, bye.
Take care.
All right, just to give a little geographic context there, because she was giving him permission to go into Lucas County. She's talking about Lucas County, Ohio. So Lenawee County is in the bottom right-hand corner of Michigan. And Lucas County is where Toledo, Ohio is. That is where Mrs. TCF was actually born and grew up. And I spent several years in Toledo, Ohio on business, so I've lived there as well. But it's so close that basically if anybody from Lenawee County, which is pretty much just a rural area, wants to go to the quote-unquote city, they're going to cross into Ohio and go to Toledo. So that is really why she gives permission for people to go to that county. It sounds a little odd that there's one specific place outside of Michigan that they're allowed to go, but that's why. That's like the closest big place for people to go. So the court gave him a path forward, but it comes with a pretty significant obligation. So the question, of course, will become whether or not he can follow through with it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. So before you go, take a moment and let me know down in the comments what you think. Also, if you enjoyed this video, no sense in leaving, check out one of the two that are on your screen right now. Thanks for watching.